Hey there, Emily here at the Movement Clinic, and today we are focusing on Warrior One family poses. So I find that blocks are helpful here. So grab a block if you would like a block, or if you even have a block. If not, no worries. Hop on your mat and I'll see you there. Okay, let's get started. Take a comfortable seat. You can use a block to sit on if you would like. I'm just gonna sit back on my heels and take a couple minutes to ground together and give ourselves a chance mentally and physically really to just arrive here in this space, in this moment. You can relax your hands down in your lap or on your thighs. Close your eyes. Ground down through the hips, whatever they're connecting to, and lengthen the ribs away from the hips, lengthen the ears out of the shoulders. Allow your belly to be soft. And I invite you to take a moment and reflect on your why. Why are you here? What feeling is it that you wanted to have? Maybe you love that yoga allows you to feel more peaceful. Maybe to build strength. Maybe to feel more open, powerful. Maybe it's a physical feeling that you're looking for, and cool. But no matter what it is that you come here for, I invite you to explore how you might cultivate that feeling now. So how can you sit here more powerfully, more peacefully, openly? Or maybe more connected to your body. So instead of waiting until the end of class, we can practice being that ideal future self and really just be that now. And with that feeling in mind, maybe wondering how, or already actively cultivating the feeling. Lift your hands, bring your palms to meet at your heart, bow your head to your hands as a gesture of commencing our movement practice, also in a gesture of gratitude. Hell, we made it here, we showed up. It's worth being grateful for. And release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. Please meet me in Tadasana, standing at the top of your mat. Make sure this block, if you have one, is handy at the top right of the mat for when we need it. As you stand in Tadasana at the top of your mat, root down through all four corners of your feet, press down so much the kneecaps lift. Draw the low belly up and in. Reach your fingertips down towards your heels. Lengthen ribs out of hip bones. Lengthen ears out of shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Keep your low ribs in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep a long spine in your forward fold. Weight is in the balls of the feet.
Low belly is still lifting up and in. Bony hip points lifting up and in towards your belly button. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen hips out of armpits, lengthen ears out of armpits. Ooh, what does that even mean? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, sit back. Reach your fingertips up. Low belly draws in, low ribs are absorbed, lengthening hips out of armpits, reaching fingertips out of hips. Exhale, fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Warming up a bit. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, chair pose. This time, send the weight to the right foot, pick up the left foot, step it back. We're in a high lunge, or you can soften the left knee down, low lunge. Now pause here. Lift the low belly, draw those bony hip points up and in. Right sit bone reaches back and down to the back heel, and hug your outer hips in towards one another. Keep all of that. Curl or clamp this left gluteal fold and butt cheek onto the back of the thigh to help send the hip forward. Reach your fingertips out of your hips. Lengthen ribs out of hips. Press and send your heart forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen through those fingertips. Maybe lift the gaze down, up and down towards the mat. Exhale, release left fingertips or palm inside of right foot. Open twist. Take an inhale here. Good. Exhale, press your front leg straight, half splits. Right fingertips land outside of right foot. Inhale, lunge, plant your right foot, right fingertips reach to the sky again. Open twist. 2 more times. Exhale, press your front leg straight, half splits, right fingertips land. Inhale, lunge, reach right fingertips up. Exhale, half splits. This time, inhale, lunge, plant your palms, tuck your back toes, step back, down dog. Inhale your gaze forward toward your left thumb. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step left foot to left thumb. Soften right knee down. Let's all just do low lunge. Press down into your left foot. Come on up. Anjaneyasana. And again, low belly lifts, left sit bone, back and down. So these are going to be things, the squaring of the hips to the top of the mat is going to be a theme, along with the lifting of the low belly, finding length, length, length of the ribs out of your hips, lengthening fingertips long, so spine long, to help send the heart forward and up to create extension in the upper back with the support of the shoulder blades pressing the heart forward. With the support of the ribs drawing in, the low belly lifting up and in, clamping that butt cheek down on the thigh, on the back of that thigh, to bring us into supported and active hip extension in the right hip. Good. Inhale, lift up, gaze down at the mat. Exhale, land right hand underneath the shoulder. Left fingertips reach up to the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, half splits, press front leg straight. Inhale, twisted lunge, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lunge, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lunge, plant your fingertips at the top of your mat, tuck back toes. We step forward, forward fold, feet are hip width distance. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze, chair pose, reach up.
All the weight in the left foot. We're moving to high lunge now. Pick up your right foot, step it back. Hug your outer hips in, lift low belly, left sit bone back and down. Wrap that outer right hip forward. Hips are moving to square to the top of the mat. Now, press your inner right thigh up so much you feel your butt stick out. And then from there, clamp those butt cheeks onto those hamstrings or curl your sit bones underneath you. Reach up, lengthen up through your fingertips, and press your shoulder blades forward and up as though they were curling underneath your armpits to lift the heart. Gaze down at the mat. Release right hand inside of left foot. Left fingertips reach to the sky. Lower right knee onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale, press your front leg straight. Walk your hands back slightly. Now, wiggle your left heel forward enough so that your right hip is over your right knee. Strongly flex your left toes back towards your face. Good. Inhale, roll your toes open to the left. Exhale, roll them in towards the midline. Inhale, roll them open. Exhale, close. Inhale, roll them open, hold. Keep hugging your outer hips in. Draw and lift your low belly up, stretch heart forward. Walk your hands over the left leg and stretch your heart over the left side of your mat. Lengthen your ears out of your shoulders. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Lunge, plant your palms. Step back to down dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. Press your inner thighs up. Draw your low belly up and in. Absorb low ribs. Press away through the hands and then stretch your heart forward. Lengthen your ears out of your shoulders. Use your knees here or don't, but lower in one piece. Plant the tops of the feet. Press down, lift the knees. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra. Clamp those butt cheeks down on those hammies. Press the shoulder blades actively forward through the chest. Active extension in the spine here. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, use your knees or don't. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Gaze forward towards your right thumb. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, step your right foot to right thumb. High lunge, press down into the feet, curl the sit bones under, lift the pit of the belly, absorb the low ribs, lengthen up through the fingertips. Pause here. Right sit bone moves back towards the back heel. Wrap that outer left hip forward as you press your inner left thigh back. Curl those sit bones under again. Reach up, press your shoulder blades forward and up. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, plant your left hand. Right fingertips reach to the sky. Soften left knee onto the mat. With your next exhale, press your front leg straight, half splits. Wiggle your right foot away from you as much as you need to keep left knee underneath your left hip. Lengthen spine here, stretching heart forward here. Inhale, roll your right toes open to the right. Keep a strong flex in the foot. Squeeze the kneecap. Exhale, roll back to the middle. Inhale, roll the toes open. Exhale, roll the toes in. Inhale, roll the toes open. Hold with the toes open. Squeeze that kneecap. Lengthen and begin to walk your hands over to the right, stretching your heart towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, come back through center. Maybe drag that heel back a little bit. Find your lunge, step back, down dog. Now walk your down dog up one footprint, so a little bit shorter. Inhale your left heel up, gaze forward to your left thumb. Exhale, step left foot to left thumb. Inhale, reach up. All right, so we're gonna do a little dynamic flow so that we can build up some awareness around a transition to our warrior 3 eventually, which oddly enough is in fact in the warrior 1 family. Low belly lifts up and in, squeeze those low ribs in, hug your outer left hip in. This will help stabilize us. And the minute this back foot leaves the mat, it is strong, it is flexed. We don't have dead fish feet that throw us off balance. We have active limbs, okay? So reach up, inhale. Exhale, lean the shoulders forward, press into your left foot, hug the outer hip in, float that back foot. Exhale, sweep arms back, hug knee to chest. Shh. Inhale, step back to that short lunge. Exhale, sweep arms back, squeeze knee to chest. Inhale, step back. Option to do that again, or float forward to warrior 3 and sweep the arms back. Lean forward. Exhale, press down into that front foot. Sweep arms back by your hips. Strong flex of the foot. Hug your outer left hip in. Press away through the right heel. Lengthen your heel out of your arm or the crown of the head, really. Lift the low belly. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale, step back. High lunge. Reach up. Wiggle that back foot back so you have enough length in that high lunge. Warrior 1. Plant that back heel. Toes are pointing diagonally forward and we're looking for squared hips here. So press your back right thigh back. Wrap the outer right hip forward. Left sit bone goes back. Or I should say left hip wraps underneath you. Press your back thigh back so much your butt sticks out. And then curl those sit bones under. Reach up. Try to get the weight even in your feet. And send your hips forward in space any amount by the power of that right butt cheek pressing forward. Good. Press your front leg straight. Inhale. Release your hands to your hips. Gaze down at the front of your mat for a little balance and maybe step your back foot up a footprint for pyramid. It's a little bit easier with a shorter pyramid to keep the back heel planted. So square those hips, wrap the outer right hip forward, left hip moves back and down. Draw the low belly up and in. Lengthen forward. Inhale. Lengthen hips out of armpits, ears out of shoulders. And slowly release your hands somewhere outside of that right foot, or sorry, front foot. Now take a hand to the low back. See, is my pelvis level in space? Do what you need to in the body to get the pelvis level in space. Strong feet, strong back thigh. Squeeze that kneecap. Lift your belly away from your front thigh. Hug your low ribs in. Lengthen the ears out of the shoulders and fold over that front leg as much as that front hamstring will allow. Good. Inhale, look up. Grab a block if you want or need. Place it on any level inside of that left foot. Plant your right hand on it. I'm going to place it on the lowest level. Left hand on left hip. Find lots of length here. Draw the low belly up and in, absorb the low ribs. Lengthen ribs out of hips, lengthen ears out of shoulders. Draw your low left belly back to initiate the twist to the left and press your right shoulder blade forward. Inhale, lengthen again. Strong back thigh, strong back foot. Exhale, twist. Stay with left hand on left hip or reach left arm to the sky. Revolved triangle. If you're wobbly, totally natural. If you really feel this in this outer hip, also supposed to be that way until we get more open maybe. Someday, maybe not. Good. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Pick up your block and move it over to the left for the other side. Inhale, lift up. Bend that front knee, plant your palms, step back, down dog.
Ooh, pedal the feet out if you'd like. Bend one knee and then the other. Now, gaze forward towards your right thumb. Inhale, right heel to sky. Exhale, step it forward. Make sure there's a little hip width distance in between those feet. Feet are not in one line like in Warrior Two. Now, inhale up, reach up. High lunge. So we're in a longer high lunge here. If you want to walk that back foot up to shorten it for this little flow, feel free. I'm going to challenge my balance and keep it long. Lengthen up through your fingertips, hug your outer right hip in. Keep the low belly lifting up and the low ribs absorbed. So all of this stability to help hold these real heavy structures stable as we flow. All right? Inhale, lengthen, lean forward. Press down into that front foot. Exhale, squeeze left knee up towards chest. Strong left foot. The moment it leaves the mat. Inhale, step back, reach up. Exhale, arms by sides, knee to chest. Inhale, step back. You can do that again, or maybe start to float through Warrior Three with the arms by your sides. Inhale, lean forward. The minute that back foot leaves the mat, it is flexed nice and strong. Outer right hip is hugging in. We're pressing our inner left thigh up, up, up. Lift the belly. Stretch your heel back out of the crown of the head. Lengthen the crown of the head. Out of that lifted heel. Hug outer hips in. Very, very stable here. Take another inhale. Step back. High lunge. Now plant your back heel, Warrior One. Back inner thigh presses back. Toes are pointed diagonally forward. Press your back thigh back so much your butt lifts. Wrap the outer hip forward and curl those sit bones under. Really clamp your butt cheek down on your hamstring. Reach up, Warrior One. Low belly is drawing up and in. Absorb the low ribs. Release your hands to your hips. Step your back foot forward if you would like for a little bit of a shorter pyramid stance. Press your front leg straight. Draw the low belly up and in. Press your inner left thigh back. Send your right sit bone towards that back heel. Inhale, lengthen your hips back. Lengthen your armpits out of the hips and ribs out of the hips. Lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Supported spine here. Belly is in, low ribs are absorbed. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Release your hands somewhere outside of that front foot. You can take a hand to the low back. Make sure you're feeling what work you need to do to hold yourself steady. Keeping the length in the spine. Maybe folding over that leg any amount without losing the length of the spine and the power in the back leg. Back thigh is strong. We're squeezing that kneecap and sending the inner thigh back. Good. Now, lift your gaze, find length in the spine, grab your block, place it inside of the right foot, left hand on the block if you have one. Right hand on hip, inhale, find length first. Exhale, low right belly draws back to twist us to the right, left shoulder blade presses us forward. Let's find length again, inhale, exhale, twist, send that right sit bone back and down towards that back heel again as you reach right fingertips to the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs in to help you balance. Take another inhale here. Exhale, fold over the leg. Move your block over to the right. Or no, I lied. Over to the left. Bend that front knee, step forward, fold forward. Inhale, find a gentle half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, stand up, reach up, and look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. So let's put it all together in a little flow that will roll through 3 times, breath to movement on each side. We'll take the first time a little slower, just as we start to build up some awareness. Feel free to get rid of or use the props as much as you would like. Feet are hip width distance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Weight in the left foot, right foot floats up and back. That transition that we were practicing as we step back, high lunge. Warrior one. Find your powerful warrior one. Power in that back leg. Use the glutes. Adjust the hips as much as you can. We're moving in the direction of squaring to the top of the mat. Not required. Now, hands can come to hips if you would like, or you can keep reaching fingertips up as we maybe step up for pyramid pose. Press your front leg straight. Keep hips square as you lengthen forward, forward, forward. Release your fingertips to frame the front foot. Fold over the leg any amount. Use a hand on the low back again if you need to feel if those hips are parallel. Inhale, lift halfway. Take your right hand on your block inside of the left foot, or maybe on the outside of the left foot. I'm going to put it on a block for this one. Left hand on hip, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left fingertips reach to the sky. This is a little wobbly, it's all right. Let the wobbles happen. Hug your outer hips in, squeeze your inner thighs to one another. Exhale, fold forward, release. You can move the block over to the right. Plant your fingertips briefly. Soften that front knee. Lift the back heel. We transition to warrior three as you sweep the fingertips behind you. So inhale, lean forward, hug outer left hip in, press down into the foot, lift belly, absorb ribs. The minute that right foot leaves the mat, it is strong, it is flexed. We're wrapping that outer right hip down and sending the inner thigh up, up, up. Draw shoulder blades down the back. Take another inhale here. Step right foot next to left, chair pose, Utkatasana, reach up, inhale. Weight in the right foot. Exhale, float the left foot up and back, step back, reach up, high lunge. Plant your back foot. Exhale, warrior one. Do all the little fine-tuning work here to find your warrior one. Hands to hips as we inhale, or staying lengthened pyramid pose. Step your back foot forward, press your front leg straight. Powerful back leg and foot. Lengthen forward, fold over the leg. Pyramid. Inhale, lift halfway. Use a block for outside of that right foot or don't. Left hand lands. Lengthen forward, right hand on hip. Exhale, twist. Use the belly and that front shoulder blade, or that bottom shoulder blade, excuse me, to help hold you in this twist. Exhale, fold forward. I'm going to get rid of my block. Ooh. Soften the front knee. Lift the back heel, gaze forward. Inhale. Transition warrior three. Hug outer right hip in. Lift the weight off of that standing leg, using the power of the belly and the ribs hugging in. And exhale, chair pose. Inhale, palms to heart center, stand up. Release hands to your sides. That's our flow. We're not moving through vinyasa down dog. This is a lot of power. We're focusing on standing on the legs today, because you know, leg day. So we're gonna do that 2 more times. Breath to movement. Let's go. Stand powerfully in those legs. Hug your outer hips in. Lift your kneecaps. Inhale, reach up, chair pose. Let's go weight to right foot, left foot floats up and back, high lunge, exhale. Plant your back heel.
for a round of breath. Inhale, lengthen. Press your front leg straight as you exhale. Maybe step forward. Inhale, lengthen, and fold into your pyramid pose. With your exhale, soften somewhere. Inhale, lift halfway. Left hand lands, with or without a block, wherever it lands. Exhale, twist. Hold for an in-breath. Exhale, fold. Lift back heels, soften front knee, gaze forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, chair pose, step forward, reach up. Float the front foot, inhale, or float the right foot, excuse me. Exhale, step it back, reach up. Plant your back heel, warrior one, inhale. Find it with your exhale as you press your front leg straight. Maybe step back foot forward. Inhale, pyramid. And exhale to soften. Inhale, lift halfway, plant right hand where it's going. Lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left arm reaches up, up, up to the sky. Hold for your in-breath. Exhale, fold and melt. Bend front knee, sweep arms back, lift back heel. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it up, chair pose. Right foot plants, inhale. Pick up left foot. Exhale to float it back. Reach up. Inhale, warrior one. Find it with your exhale. Inhale, pyramid pose. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway, lengthen, inhale. Plant your left hand outside of that right foot or inside with or without block. Exhale, twist. Right fingertips lift. Hold for your in-breath. Exhale, fold. Soften front knee, lift back heel, inhale. Warrior three. Exhale, plant your left foot, reach up, chair. Inhale, float right foot, step it back. Woo, crescent. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, find it. Inhale, pyramid. Adjust the feet, press front leg straight, lengthen forward, forward. Exhale, fold and melt. Inhale, lift halfway. Right hand lands outside of or inside of the front foot. Exhale, twist, reach up. Hold for your in-breath. And exhale, fold forward. Lift your gaze, arms sweep back. Inhale, warrior three. How are you feeling here? Check in. Is that feeling that you are cultivating present? Step your right foot next to your left, chair. Inhale. Exhale, stand up. Arms come to heart center. Release your hands to your sides. Close your eyes. What feeling is this practice cultivating for you? And is it how you want to feel? And if not, what can you shift? What can you call attention to? Or maybe it's cultivating a different feeling that is just as welcome. Slowly float the eyes open. Step your feet as wide as your sticky mat. Formalasana, squat. Heels slightly in, toes slightly out. The orientation of the toes pointing in more or out more, not like pigeon-toed in, but like more towards parallel or out, depends on your hips. How widespread the feet are, how wide the knees stay, also depend on your hips, how open they are, the bony structures. So play with it, okay? Stay curious about what's gonna work for your body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink hips to heels, palms come through heart center, Malasana squat. We're only here for a moment. Draw belly in, absorb low ribs. Stretch your low back down towards your heels. Press down into your heels. Inhale, stand up, reach up and out. Exhale, palms to heart center, Malasana squat. Stretch your low back down, down, down towards your heels. Inhale, stand up. Move nice and slow. Exhale, stretch your low back down. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, Malasana squat, we hold here. Stretch your heart forward. Drag your shoulder blades down the back as though the bottom tips of the shoulder blades might meet behind your belly button someday. Absorb the low ribs, draw your low belly up and in, really send your low back down as you lengthen your ears out of your shoulders. Option to stay here or find a nice little twist. Reach your left arm in front of and fingertips plant outside of the left foot. Draw your belly in, plug that arm bone into the shoulder socket. Inhale, right arm reaches up, open it out. Inhale, come back through center and switch. Right arm in front of the shin. Fingertips land outside of the right foot. Left arm stretches up. Bring your palms to meet back at heart center. Make your way to a seat. I turn my toes forward now. I draw my belly in. I bring my knees closer so that I can softly land. That's how my hip bones work. Beauty. Oh, golly. I don't know about you, but I feel freaking sweaty and fantastic. My feeling was stress relief, so ease. I have created ease in my body because when I sweat, I let go of all that shit. It's really nice. All right, Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose. Take your right shin bone parallel to the front of the mat. Stack your left ankle on top of your right knee and your left knee on top of your right ankle, right? So this might not be possible for you, in which case you can just come into like crisscross applesauce, right? Crossing one leg in front of the other. This might be a really deep hip opener for you. Totally fine, right? If you are able to make it into this sort of shape, but maybe your knees are floating a lot, you can use props to fill up the space in between the parts that aren't connecting, okay? No matter what, once you find a comfortable shape, with or without support, whatever you need, reach out through the base of your big toes. Press the balls of the feet away from one another, especially the inner arches. Draw your belly in. Send your low back, stretch your low back down to the mat. And out of that, stretch the upper back out of the low back. So sending the heart forward, lengthen bones behind the ears, up, up, up. Draw your low belly in to walk your fingertips forward any amount. Maybe you might get to the point where you can bring your upper arm bones in front of your shins. I like to bring my palms to meet in prayer. Press my shins out into my upper arms and press my upper arms back into my shins. Ooh, yeah, that always gets, for me, right in the right spot. And I have a client named Anne, who is also a yoga teacher, who says that this is her least favorite pose, and she once expressed that to her teacher. And so her teacher
would do it at the end of every class that Anne attended, so this is dedicated to her. Hi, Anne. All right, let's go ahead and switch. Release. Moving props so that you can slowly uncross the legs. Bring the left shin bone down, stack that right shin on top, or just cross the left shin in front of the right, or cross the right shin in front of the left, or switch the cross of the legs if you're just doing the crisscross applesauce, which is a very beautiful hip opener for many, many, many people, okay? Pick the shape that works for you. Also today, reach out through the balls of the feet, especially the inner feet, the base of the big toe. Draw the low belly in, stretch your low back down, walk your hands forward, stretch your heart out of your low back. And then maybe walk forward. So this side is a little different for me. I've got to take it quite a bit slower. My right hip is way more bound up than my left. But eventually, you might slide those upper arm bones in front of the shins. Press the arm bones back into the shins and the shins forward into the arm bones. Keep the shoulders, or really the neck, as soft as possible. You can kind of nod the head yes or shake the head no. And go ahead and release here, walk the hands back. And you're welcome to lie back in Shavasana if you would like, or sit here in your comfortable seat. Hands rest in your lap or somewhere on your legs. In whatever position you're choosing to finish your practice in. Without judgment, take a moment and notice. Is the feeling that you were hoping to have present? Did it happen without force? Or did you actively cultivate it? Is possibly a different feeling present? And is it just as beneficial? Again, all with removing judgment. Just an acknowledgement of this practice and what it does for you and what it did for you today. And as always, I invite you to remain in stillness, physically and mentally, for as long as is possible, as long as is valuable. I'll see you next time. Namaste.